Hi guys, it's Vlada here, and in today's video I prepared something special for you. So I got a lot of questions on how to use matcha, how much caffeine is in matcha, and how to select the best matcha. So today I selected a few frequently asked questions and I'm going to answer them for you, and I hope you will find this video helpful. So let's get started. Question number 1. What are the main health benefits of matcha green tea? For me personally, the main health benefit of matcha is that it will give you a boost of energy that will remain stable all day long. So L-theanine, which matcha contains, this is an amino acid that helps our body process caffeine differently than, for example, when we're drinking coffee. So L-theanine promotes the state of calm relaxation, the state of calm alertness, so our mind is focused, it's creative, but at the same time we don't experience any anxiety or jitteriness as after drinking coffee. The second benefit is that matcha contains lots of antioxidants, more antioxidants than any other food on the planet. For example, blueberries or chia seeds. So packed with antioxidants, matcha help us to stay young, it helps us to fight cancer and diseases, and it also helps to boost our immune system. The next benefit is that matcha also contains lots of chlorophyll. So it helps, chlorophyll helps us to remove toxins from our body, it helps us to detox faster, and it also helps us to burn more calories. With matcha, we can burn up to 40% more calories that we would normally burn per day. Question number 2. How do you select the best matcha green tea? So I tried so many options, and I have my formula for finding the best matcha green tea. So I usually pay attention to the following things. So first of all, it's the color of matcha, second its smell, then its texture, and then its ability to mix well in drinks, so for example in milk or with water. So let me show you what I mean. So look at these two brands that I have here. They are both organic, so one is premium, one is just regular organic, but it's still considered to be of a, it still was positioned as matcha of a good quality, but this one was relatively cheap. So I'll show you the difference between them. Usually the more vibrant green color matcha has, the better its quality. So look at this. If you look at this color compared to that one, which one do you like more? So this brand is, if you look at the texture of this matcha, you will also notice that there are lots of clumps in this powder, and this powder is quite smooth and it doesn't have too many clumps, and it's quite smooth and even. This matcha has quite a fishy smell, and this one has just regular vegetable smell, which is pretty normal. It just smells as vegetation. Then if you try to mix them in water, usually these powders dissolve much better, because and the more vibrant color is, the better, because it means that matcha contains lots of L-theanine and lots of chlorophyll, and you will get more nutrients from the powder like this. The next question is, how much caffeine is in matcha? So let's talk about a cup of matcha. So for example, 1 cup of matcha, if you're using just 1 teaspoon of matcha green tea, will contain about 30 milligrams of caffeine, depending on the brand that you're using. So if you compare that to caffeine in coffee, 1 cup of coffee at a coffee shop might contain from 80 milligrams to 180 milligrams of caffeine. So if you're consuming matcha, you will definitely consume less caffeine. And don't forget that our body processes caffeine in matcha differently than caffeine in coffee, because matcha contains L-theanine, which promotes the state of calm relaxation. So we won't experience jitteriness or anxiety after drinking it. The next question that I get is, can I drink matcha in the evening, and how much matcha cups per day should I drink or can I drink? Matcha contains caffeine, so it all depends on your personal ability to tolerate caffeine. So even though our body processes matcha, caffeine and matcha differently, you still have to look at how you feel after drinking some caffeinated drinks. So I wouldn't recommend to drink matcha after 4 p.m. if you want to sleep well, but if you have a great ability to tolerate caffeine, feel free to drink matcha whenever you can, especially if you add some milk or honey to it. So just make sure you listen to your body and see how you feel maybe a week after drinking matcha or so. Another interesting question is, can I drink matcha when I'm pregnant or when I'm planning pregnancy? Of course, you know that medical practitioners recommend to make sure your caffeine level is lower than 200 milligrams per day. So it means that if 1 cup of matcha contains about 30 milligrams of caffeine per day, you can drink maybe 1 or 2 cups per day. But of course, it all depends on your personal situation, and if you have some medical conditions, I would recommend you check with your doctor or family practitioner to just confirm whether you can drink matcha or not and how much you can allow yourself. The next question is how to store matcha and when does my matcha expire? So normally, it depends definitely on the brand that you're using, but normally if you are buying some organic brands of matcha, it will be good for up to a year after you opened it and after a year after production, after it was produced. So usually you need to keep matcha in an airtight container in a dark, closed space, maybe like a cupboard with other teas, or you can put it in the fridge and just make sure you don't keep it near the freezer and don't freeze it. And the last question is, what is the best way to drink matcha green tea to keep all its nutrients, and whether matcha latte is healthy or not? Matcha latte is definitely healthy because even though you're adding milk, you are still consuming matcha green tea, because matcha green tea has over 130 times more antioxidants than basically like any other food on the planet. More than blueberries, more than chia seeds, and many other great superfoods. So if you're consuming matcha with milk, you're still consuming green tea powder. But of course, the more nutrients you will get if you're drinking matcha green tea just as powder itself mixed with water. But at the same time, I believe that the best way to drink matcha is the way you like it. This is it, guys. These are all the questions that I had for you today, and if I didn't answer some of your questions, and if you would like me to answer something in our next videos, just leave me a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, because I love reading your comments, and thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye!